Well, that was disappointing for the Padres this weekend in Minnesota. They dropped 2 out of 3. They remain 2 games back in the NL West. They're coming home where they're going to have to play well over the final month of the season. Mike Schultz seemed confident in that, although he did say he was disappointed, believe it or not, in his team's performance this weekend in Minnesota. So a couple of series losses on the road. One in Seattle, okay. The other in Minnesota, not okay. And now they'll get home and get Baltimore on Monday afternoon. So make your way in and subscribe. Year-round content for Padres fans, as you know. So if you're new to the channel, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do that right now. Smash the like button for us. You can follow us on X as well, at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We appreciate all of your super chats. We see the first one just rolled in, I think, from Lyle. Thank you, man. We'll get to the super chats. We appreciate you. Just click that $sign below the chat box if you want to become a member. You can click the join button down below, but a bullpen day that goes sideways. I mean, David Morgan was fine for 2 innings, and then Kyle Hart comes in and pitches like Kyle Hart has pitched this year, which is allowing 1 million home runs in no innings. And the offense had opportunities early, did not capitalize, and does absolutely nothing in this game until there were 2 outs in the 9th inning. So really a terrible series. You know, they don't lose ground on the Dodgers because they also lost 2 out of 3, Jim, but a bad series, and now they got to go get completely right over the final 25 games of the year with all these opportunities at home.
Yeah, you should be thanking the Diamondbacks and the Rockies tonight if you're a
100%.
Padres fan, because it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Now, they did lose a game overall in the week. This time last week, they were 1 back. Or no, sorry, they were tied. They lost 2 this week. My bad. They lost 2 games this week in the standings. Because at this time last week, they were tied in the National League West. So we've got a 4-game swing from potentially up 2 in the division last Sunday to now down 2 in the division the following Sunday. That's not a good week. Not to say that the division is over, not to say that they can't win the division. I'm just pointing out the obvious and the facts that, like, this was a 4-game swing this week from last Sunday to this Sunday. You can't do that at the end of the year. You can't, especially now with 25 games remaining or whatever it is. I think it's 25. You know, you got to take advantage of opportunities. Now, luckily, they play a lot of bad teams remaining, but they just got done facing one of the worst teams in the American League who sold off everybody, and they got dominated this series by them, other than yesterday, because Abel couldn't record an out. Like that, you know, you're supposed to be feasting here. And I don't care if they're on the road. You know, going into this series, you know, we talked about a little bit, like, actually watch out. The Twins have a really good home record. And we talked to the play-by-play voice of the Twins on Friday. He's like, yeah, I don't know about that one. Well, proved out to be that their home record stood. And they pretty much had their way with the Padres this series. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't good. But look, we get to the start of September. If you want to look glass half full, I'll give it to you. They're 2 games back of the National League West. They're 2 games back of the Cubs for the 4 seed. 25 games remaining. They have a very favorable schedule, and they have a bunch of home games. Go take it.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. That's well said. I mean, you basically, I mean, is it not on the wall? You have to secure a home series to start the postseason, or there's a very good chance this does not end well. I mean, let's be honest. They're a bad road team.
Yeah.
33-39 is not good. I mean, I'm sorry. Among playoff contending teams, a 33-39 road record is not great. Now, they've overcome it because they have the fewest home losses in baseball. They're 43-22. They have the fewest home losses in baseball. So, like, it's night and day. Like, they've been great at Petco in front of these fans playing in this ballpark, and they have been very mid, if not worse, on the road. I mean, it's night and day, but how are you going to secure a home playoff series? You're going to have to go outplay the Cubs by 2+ games or outplay the Dodgers by 3+ games because that tiebreaker. So it's doable. I mean, the Cubs certainly aren't taking advantage of all these opportunities. The Dodgers certainly aren't taking advantage of every opportunity. Shoot, the Mets lost today behind them, you know? So you look around the National League, it's not like everyone's just running away with everything other than San Diego. But to me, it's so obvious. You have to secure the 4 seed or better to have a legitimate chance of advancing far in the National League postseason, or feeling good about having a legitimate chance of advancing far in the National League postseason. It's so simple to me. And of course, they're dealing with these injuries as well. But I mean, 16 of 25, I think, Jim, is that right, at home? 16. So go take off. I mean, go close 16-9 or better and see if that's enough to be a top 4 seed or better. My guess is it probably would be, but you're going to have to go 16-9 or better to win this division, and you'll probably have to play better than that to win this division, even with the Dodgers playing the way they're playing.
Yeah, it feels like you have to play some of your best baseball right now if you want to win the division. I mean, you could hope that the Dodgers will continue to stumble, which they have. I mean,
yeah.
You thought after the Dodgers swept the Reds, you're like, oh, shit, here we go. And then they lose the first 2 to Arizona. And by the way, it just also shows Arizona at the end of the season isn't going to be some pushover.
Right.
Now, again, Padres have one of the best home records in baseball. In Arizona, last 3 games of the year, they've already packed their bags for Cabo. So, look, if they don't start taking advantage, and I mean like starting tomorrow, the standard at minimum is 2 out of 3 against the Orioles. Did you see what the Giants just did to the Orioles on the road?
I did.
Now, they did lose a game in there, but for the most part, I mean, they're putting up 15, 12, 11. Yeah. I mean, they're just putting up a shit ton of runs on the Orioles. I expect nothing less from the Padres starting tomorrow. Like, there's no excuses here. Okay. Now, there are some things you have to check on. One, I know that he said post-game that he was fine, but Tatis did leave this game holding his hammy. Something to monitor. We'll see if Jackson Merrill returns this series. We'll see if Michael King returns this series. But all in all, it's fucking go time. This was an awful road trip for you guys, and you're lucky that you're only 2 back because it could have been way worse. So feel thankful, but also know that you have to play so much better.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I don't want to hear tomorrow when they play 3:40 in the afternoon, well, they traveled and, they kind of started slow, but they're going to win this series and they didn't play their best baseball. Like, no, I'm 100% with you. I said heading into that Twin series, and I was wrong. I'm like, you kind of look at this series, you look at the way the Twins are playing, you're like, you might have to sweep this series. They were 3-11 in their last 14. They'd lost 6 straight series.
Right.
I mean, they were giving up 10+ runs to everyone. Yeah. And they did it on Saturday to the Padres, but the problem is they didn't spread those runs out. Padres are non-competitive today. I mean, I'm sorry, in a rubber match, I get it. It's a bullpen day. And Joe Ryan, I wish the Padres had Joe Ryan. That guy was absolutely filthy. But I'm sorry, you can't be non-competitive in a game like that. And you can't have guys at second base with nobody out and not get them over. So there's kind of no excuse for today. And I'm with you. It feels like the door's been left open by what's played out around them. But I'm also thinking about, like you just said, what Tatis said post-game, 3:00 game though tomorrow. We need to give him a day. Like, no, you can't be giving anyone a day. I mean, you're already without your shortstop. You're already without your center fielder. You can't be without your right fielder. You're already without your ace. Like, this is when it's supposed to all come together. There's 25 games left. I heard Mike show post-game. He's like, well, we played really well last September. Okay. Well, you played better last August than you just played here in August. Certainly to close. I mean, this was not the August they had last year when they took off.
No.
I don't know what their total record was here in August, but it was not the August they had.
I think it was 16-12.
So it was solid, but I don't know if I'm just going to bank on, well, they were really good last year in September, so now they're going to be good this year in September. Maybe because of the schedule. But, I don't even know what to think. I go back to Friday night. I'm like, I don't know who this team is. I think they'll benefit from the schedule. I don't have a good feel for their style of play right now. And it's like, I don't even know. I mean, I think they're good enough certainly to secure a 4 or 5 seed. Maybe they just kind of stumble into it, but I'm not inspired by their play by and large.
No, this road trip did not inspire, I think, anybody. It's kind of crazy because last night they put up 12 runs, I think it was. Yeah, they put up 12 runs.
Yep.
And because of how things have gone for this team of late, you couldn't use any mop-up guys. Like they're using their main guys to get them work last night because they couldn't use the Matsuis and the Morgans and the Peraltas of the world and the Alex Jacobs
so much.
Right. Like last night, you used in a 12-3 game, you used Moreholm, Adam, and Estrada in a 12-3 game. That just kind of shows you where they're at right now. Is they're trying to find guys. They're trying to find any spot to get these guys work because they have not played good baseball.
True, and also remember it was they trailed 3-1 yesterday.
They did.
So when Morejon came on the mound, it was a 3-3 game.
Yeah.
They didn't break it open until the 7th inning. So they used a high leverage reliever in the 6th inning because they had to win the game. And then Alec Jacob eventually pitched that last inning. But it's a very good point. I mean, it's interesting the way this bullpen has been used. Like we talk about, they got these 6, 7 high leverage guys. But when you lose 4 out of 6, like what do you do then? Like
the high leverage guys don't mean anything.
Guys? Yeah. I mean, you're just waiting around. Like today, who pitched in this game? Mason Miller pitched in this game.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, you look at this box score and you're like, again, not to say you would do this in the postseason, a bullpen day like this. You wouldn't go Morgan Hart, for example, in a bullpen game. I wouldn't think you might go Morgan. But like this also proves some of the points I've tried to make before, which is like it's hard to find 9 innings. Like when you can't rely on like a Yu Darvish or a Dylan Cease or Michael King's not healthy. Like if you have 1 or 2 starters and if you think, well, we got the best bullpen in the sport, we'll just piecemeal together 9 innings. We got Jeremiah Estrada. Well, Estrada's allowed runs here recently. Or we've got Robert Suarez. Well, Robert Suarez has allowed runs. So, and again, I don't think you throw Kyle Hart in a postseason game. But,
No.
I mean, Kyle Hart can't get anyone out. He allowed a home run to Byron Buxton, 85 mile per hour. I don't even know what the hell it was, but something right over the middle of the plate at 85 miles per hour. But yeah, whatever the strategy was today, hey, we can bullpen our way through a bad Twins team. No, you can't actually. You're down 7-0 in this game, so you couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at, kind of what these guys did this month. And, you had Luis Ariz, he's been a talking point. Now his OPS is 701. You look what he did in August, John. Not great. 235 with a 573 OPS. Is that good? Manny Machado in the month of August. All right. He hit 222 with a 590 OPS. Is that good? Let's look at Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr. I don't even know what Tatis has done in August, but 243 with a 727 OPS. Blah. I mean, you're getting carried by guys like Gavin Sheets and Ramon Laureano and Jake Cronenworth has been really good, but you're getting carried by these guys. Oh, by the way, Jose Iglesias, he's your everyday shortstop now. Since Xander's injury, he's 0 for 9. So, like, you're gonna if Ramon Laureano and Gavin Sheets fall off, the guys I just mentioned, they're gonna need to step up in a big way, and those guys should be thanking guys like Gavin Sheets and Laureano and Jake Cronenworth and, Ryan O'Hearn for saving their ass this month. I mean, Manny Machado, they're not going to win the division unless Manny has a good month. I'm like confident in that.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I'm not expecting Gavin Sheets to hit 520 every 7 games, which is what he's done the last 7 games. Right. I'm not expecting him to go 7 for 11 every series like he just did against the Minnesota Twins. And the same thing with Laureano. Like, if you're going to expect him to hit 7 home runs in September because he did that in August, that's a high bar. So, yeah, I mean, you bring up good points about these, like, the pieces that need to carry you are not carrying you. Yet you still went 16-12 in August. Like, it could have been worse than that.
Yeah,
but you got to go better. If your winning percentage matches August and September, you're not winning the division because you can't go 14-11 and win the division. But the Dodgers would have to play 3 games worse than you. That's 11-14. The Dodgers aren't going to close 11-14. That can't be your expectation. So you got to close I think at a minimum 17-8. That means the Dodgers would have to go 15-10 to keep you out. You got to close 17-8 at least to win this division would be my guess.
You know what's crazy though is if they do go 14-11, that's 90 wins, and it's
maybe the 5 seed,
maybe the 5 seed.
Probably, so, I would guess it's the 5 seed, right?
So to get, what's a number that you feel safe with? I mean, like, all right, that's going to win the division.
I don't think 14-11 is anywhere near it because that means they go 11-14 and win no, they could go 12-13 and win the division. I mean, I think 17. I think you need 93 wins at least.
So they got to go 17-8.
17-8. And they could absolutely miss out because if the Dodgers go 15-10, you're out.
Yeah.
It's
17-8. Can they do that?
That's how I would approach it. Again, things can change. Maybe the Dodgers fall on their face. But assuming they don't, you got to go 17-8. And by the way, if the Dodgers go, let's say the Dodgers go 17-8, you got to go 20-5. 20-5 obviously isn't happening. 17-8, maybe with the schedule, but I'm not exactly holding my breath. All right, let's get to some of the super chats, guys. If you're here, please subscribe here on Content for Padres fans. Again, disappointing weekend in Minneapolis, and thank you for the supers. Thank you for your supporting this channel on this Sunday night. Let's get this started with Lyle. Lyle, appreciate you, man. Thank you. He says, great game for the Padres Saturday night, but Joe Ryan took care of the boys today. Bullpen was not the best today, and I hope Tatis will be okay. I mean, good synopsis. They played well Saturday, but they needed to play well Friday and or Sunday to win this series, and that didn't happen. I do like Joe Ryan. I do think he's a good pitcher, but that doesn't really excuse the way they – I mean, you can't be shut out with 2 outs in the ninth inning. I'm sorry. Against the Minnesota Twins. Like, that cannot happen. No. And you can't trail by 7 runs at any point against the Minnesota Twins. So, like, I don't even know how to – I don't know. I mean, it's just – I think we're going light, truthfully, Jim. The only reason I'm going light is I see the schedule. Mm-hmm. I see they're 7 games up in a playoff spot. I see they're 3 games behind the Phillies. Like, it can change.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's got to change. Like, it can change, but they got to win 6 of 7 for it to change.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like we are going light on this team right now after this awful road trip, but it's because of circumstance. And the circumstance is they are 2 back of the Dodgers, they're 2 back of the 4 seed, and they're, 3 back of the Phillies for the 2.
Yeah.
And they're 3 up on the Mets. I mean, it's all there for the taking. The problem is it doesn't really inspire all this confidence when you come off of a road trip like that and entering September. Maybe the turn of the calendar helps this team. In baseball, it's like, just give me out of this fucking month.
Sure.
Right. And the second the calendar turns, it's like the player's a whole new player or the team's a whole new team. Sometimes it's just that simple in baseball. It's weird. No one can explain why, but it's a mindset thing because baseball is, it's like, it feels like it's 90% mental at times. And maybe the turning of the calendar will get Manny going and get Arise going, and you're getting Merrill back and you're getting King back, and you play a bunch of shitty teams.
True. You're right.
Like, you could look at it that way. Or you could look at it like Manny's been awful. Arise has been awful. I feel like Schilt still has no idea how to use this bullpen. It's not the lights out bullpen we've all thought it was. You're being carried by the other guys right now, and to expect them to continue this through September feels a little tough. They would need to have the best month of their season, by the way, in order to maybe win the division, depending on what the Dodgers do. Like, think about that. If we're saying right now they got to get to 93 wins, they would need to complete the best month record-wise of their season. And it's like easy. No, it's not easy, but it's not even close. Like, they would have to outplay.
What they do in April what they do in March, April, let's say.
So they started the season, was it 5-0 in?
Well, no, they were 7-0 and 14-3.
Right, but they started the season 5-0 in March. Okay.
Gotcha.
By the end of April, they were 19-11.
Right. So they were 14-11 actually in April.
Right. And in May, I'm not even going to look because I know in May and June they didn't have that great of a month.
Happen.
July, I believe they went 16-10.
Okay. That's a good record.
So let me just check here. So on June 30th, they were 45-39. And then on July 30th, after that game, they were 60-49.
So 15-10.
Okay, they're 15-10. And this month they just completed, they're 16-12.
12. Okay. Good records, but you're right. 17-8. I'll just put it bluntly. It's playing better than 667. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Now, the opponents are so shitty.
I know.
part of you says, well, you stumble into it just with good play. But then part of you says, well, I've watched the Padres struggle against – I haven't really watched them struggle against bad teams by and large. They're 20 games over 500 against bad teams. That's carried them here.
Yeah.
If they could only get to the postseason based on the record against good teams, they wouldn't go to the postseason. So the only reason they're making the postseason is because they've beaten teams like the Rockies.
Right.
By and large. I think at home they win series against teams like Baltimore and Colorado. Like that's my guess. But shit, I've watched them get swept in series this year at home against teams like Tampa and Seattle. Now those are better teams than the Rockies and the Orioles. But you can't ever say never. And I just don't like I saw some of the quotes coming out of Clubhouse today in Kevin's article, and Manny's like, we're not playing well, but we're in like a perfect spot. And now we just got to play well. Like, what does that even mean? We just got to play well. I mean, why didn't you play well previously? It doesn't make any sense. Let's see here. The BG Hero. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Guys, if you're here, please subscribe. And if you're here, thank you for the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. We appreciate you. He says, TV stats, San Diego 28th fastball average, last off-speed pitch average. Can a team like that win in the playoffs? Yeah, you want to know how? With really good starting pitching and by getting guys over and in. That's the formula. And then protecting the lead. I mean, but I just feel like that's such a narrow window of ways to win in 2025. I really do. It somehow has worked to this clip, Jim. I mean, they're still, 15 games over. So it's worked, but I don't know, man. I really don't know if it can work against baseball's best teams enough or not.
Now, they scored 12 runs yesterday.
Yep.
So
all of them in that one inning, right?
Right. It was a bloodbath against Abel. I mean, Baldelli left him out there to die.
Yeah. Right. I mean, what do they care?
And they don't have any, they're not going to use their bullpen. It just, who gives
they don't have a bullpen.
Who cares? Right. Exactly. But there was one thing yesterday in the game that really pissed me off. And it probably won't be talked about at all. But did you watch the start of that game yesterday?
Oh, tell me what you're going to refer to. I don't even, maybe. What time did the game start yesterday?
The game started at 6:10.
Did it?
That's 6:10.
Maybe
oh,
6:10
no, 5:10, 5:10.
Yeah.
Or no, wait,
okay.
4:10.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, no, it didn't.
All right.
But okay, carry on. Tell me what you're going to say.
All right. Fernando Tatis Jr. leads off the game with a walk.
He led off the game with a walk. No, I know what you're going to tell me. Hold on.
And by the way, just real quick, just before I tell you what happened after that, unless you've figured it out.
Well, it has to do with Arise.
Yes, the first 5 pitches of the game weren't close. The umpire.
So Arise swings at the 6th pitch and flies out, maybe?
No. Bradley threw 5 pitches to Tatis, all of them outside the zone. He got gifted a strike. Actually, It kind of painted the edge, but still, it could have gone either way. All right. So first 5 pitches of the game, out of the zone. Walk to Fernando Tatis Jr. All right. The very first pitch to Luis Arraez was up in the zone. What does he do? Lays down a sacrifice bunt.
Oh, yes. No, I wasn't watching this, but in the condensed game, I saw that. Yeah. I'm like, oh, they're sacrificing in the first inning. Interesting.
Not only interesting, fucking idiotic.
It makes no sense.
Makes 0 sense. Now, they got away with it because they scored 12 runs that game. And like I said, no one's going to talk about it because they won the game and they put up a bunch of runs. So it's like, whatever. But still, that mindset alone from this team, maybe it was on a rise. I don't know because he's struggling. But still, the mindset from this team right now, in the first inning, you're laying down sack bunts against the Twins?
It makes 0 sense. I completely agree with that. What are you doing? What point are you proving?
This
is how we're going to have to win you're gonna try to beat the Twins 1-0 in Minneapolis on a Saturday night. Just go freaking play baseball and outplay them.
If you played the Phillies in the postseason, laying down sacrifice bunts in the first inning to get a runner to second in scoring position, yeah, exactly. They're gonna laugh at you because then the next inning, Kyle Schwarber's gonna hit a 3-run bomb.
Yeah, and you just gave up an out. And he just hit a 3-run home run. I agree. That's stupid. It's a great point. It's a great point. And it goes back to the formula, which is a dumb one. Which
by
is
the
like
way,
if we can get a lead, let's just sit on it for 9 innings. That's hard to do.
and by the way, that sacrifice bunt dropped the Padres win probability by 1.7%.
No, they won. But that is interesting.
But you get my point.
Yeah, that is interesting. That's so stupid. I completely agree. Quan, appreciate you, man. He says, when is King back, and does that add up to a 6-man rotation? Well, no. There's only 25 games left in the year. I would not use
4 starts at the most, 5.
Yeah, I'm not using no 6-man rotation.
No.
He could be back for the Orioles series per Mike Schilt. What does that mean? Tuesday, Wednesday? I would try to avoid Colorado. So, like, if you pitch him Tuesday, then he doesn't pitch in Colorado. If you pitch him Wednesday, he doesn't pitch in Colorado. I don't want to pitch in Colorado.
Who would you rather pitch in Colorado then?
Well, just
Cortez.
Would you want him making his return in Colorado?
I just want him to make his return.
It's just the last time we saw him pitch, he couldn't get anyone out and lasted 2 innings. I don't know if that's the place I'm trying to return.
I rather have him return if it's scheduled for him in Colorado than have to watch Kyle Hart or Nestor Cortez on the mound against the Rockies in Colorado.
That's why 6-man rotation makes 0 sense. I mean, they're already throwing bullpen days. Secondly, I don't want to say. Here's the thing: I'd rather have him pitch against Baltimore at home.
Yeah, I can't think about, like, me personally. I just can't think about, like, a soft landing spot for him here. He's got to get going. They need him on the mound. I don't care when he starts, where he starts. Just go out there and pitch and get ready for the postseason because the team needs you.
Yeah, to your point, it's going to be 4 starts. Depending on when he returns, maybe 5. And you're right. The whole thing's a soft landing.
Right.
Baltimore, Colorado, Cincinnati, Colorado.
If you're scared to pitch King in Colorado against the Rockies, then you're not going to want to pitch him anywhere because that's just,
Colorado's beating everyone these days, though. Winning series from the Dodgers, they're beating the Cubs. I get you. You're right. I'm just saying Colorado because of Colorado, not because of Colorado, if that makes sense.
But they still got to play those games, and I'd rather have King on the mound making his first start back than seeing Nestor Cortez or Kyle Hart out there.
That's fair, but we might get both.
Right. I get it. I know.
We might see it all. JD's third thank you, man. He says Twins punted Saturday's game in order to win the series. They used their version of Kike on the mound. Our offense and pitching is not good. No, I think the Twins are just bad. So yeah, they're fully willing to give up on games. I think they would have given up on Friday or Sunday if the Padres put up a legitimate reason for that to happen. I just think they gave up on Saturday because they're bad. They have 0 depth, specifically with their pitching staff. So I don't think like the Twins pulled a fast one on the Padres. Like, we'll give up on set. They're not the Dodgers, okay? They don't have the roster where they're like capable of doing that. I just think that they are not good. And I don't think the Padres should be losing series to the Twins, but I don't give the Twins credit. I don't think the Twins outmaneuvered the Padres this weekend in Minnesota. I think the Padres sucked this weekend in Minnesota, other than for an inning. Honestly, it's a 3-1 game in the 6th. Or 5th or whatever it was, they tie it up. They bring it was not good other than that massive, ridiculous inning. And that's a credit to them and the Twins waving the white flag.
Yeah, man. It's just a really bad series all in all.
Yeah, but I don't think the Twins like, hey, let's punt on Saturday. We got them right where we want them on Sunday. Mark Nimitz, we want to thank our title sponsor here on the Wrap-Up Show, guys. As you know, he's been with us since day 1. And if you have an insurance need, let Mark take care of you, whether it's auto, home, renter's life, or earthquake insurance, or really any insurance policy. Mark's going to take care of you. I've got a homeowner's earthquake and life insurance policy through Mark Nimitz, and you can as well. Just click that link in the description down below. I've been doing business with Mark for years. We had to file a claim a couple of years ago. He took care of everything, saved us so much time and money. So if you support this channel, please get in contact with Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He's a diehard Padres fan. He's a native San Diegan. He's going to save you and your family money on your insurance policies. So the next time you have a renewal, before you renew, get in contact with Mark. Click the link in the description down below. Get free quotes. Call Mark. He'll talk to you about the Padres. He'll talk to you about getting free quotes as well. So if you support this channel, please support our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is on the ticker below. mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
100%. Listen, I mean, yesterday I want to say Manny, he recorded his 1,000th hit as a Padre, and he had 2 hits, and everything was good. But you bring up a really good point, just the totality of the work right now for Machado. And when things aren't going right, where am I really going to look? I mean, as critical as we've been of Luis Arraez, you could be equally critical this entire period of time as Manny Machado. That's the amazing thing. Now, of course, the body of work for the year is better for Machado. Of course it is. Fucking making $350 million. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Right. So that's not a conversation about it. Is Arraez better than Machado or vice versa? Of course he's got to be better than Luis Arraez. For all the criticism levied at Luis Arraez, I'll make this point. For all the criticism levied at Luis Arraez this month, there should have been an equal amount of criticism towards Manny Machado. That has not been the case, by the way. Maybe for some there has. You've brought it up, but I'm saying go to social media. It's like Luis Arraez has torn this team down. And to some extent, it's probably true. Manny's done no better. You just proved the point. In August, Manny's been the exact same hitter as Luis Arraez. So why is he getting off scot-free?
I mean, he shouldn't. The reason why he is because he's here long-term. Fans love him, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Pretty simple.
But then you can't put a month like that on paper when you're 33 and you got so many chances to win at a high level left in your career.
Yeah, but also, look, I mean, he's had just such an awful month. And again, when they needed him the most, he didn't show up. But they did have a successful month. They didn't go 12-16. They went 16-12.
But that's the same thing on Arraez then, isn't it?
I know. I get it. And Manny's the guy that, he wears the crown. He is the leader of this team. Heavy's the head that wears the crown. I get it. But who would you have more faith in to turn it around in September, Arraez or Machado?
No question.
Yeah,
Arraez.
So, yeah, Tatis.
I mean, of course it's Manny. Of course he's capable of a big week month.
He is. And what I'm really looking for here, coming up in the next 25 games and into the postseason, the pressure's on Manny Machado to deliver. Because if he does not show up, and if he shrinks again in big moments, and he has another poor postseason, and he has kind of like an average or so September, and the Padres don't get to a World Series or win a World Series, I mean, I got to put a lot of blame on Manny there. Depending on how things go, we'll see how they go. But I'm just saying right now off the rip, if he does not have a good September and he has another postseason in October where he completely disappears for this team, he might have a moment or two. But I mean, like, can you get hot one postseason run one time? Like one time, dude, please. If you don't do it,
like legitimately hot, not like a big hit, like hit 409 in a 5-game series.
Right. Hit 360, hit 370 with 2 home runs and like 6 RBIs. I mean, that's a monster series, but he's never had that in his career in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, guys do it. It's one series,
I know. I mean, Tatis has done it.
Yeah, Tatis at like 500 in a series.
Right. So look, a lot of eyes for me should be on Manny Machado to see how he performs this month, because they're going to need him. He's going to need to produce. And if he has an average month, I don't know if they win the division. They'll make the postseason. They're fine there. But like if he puts up a month where he hits like 260 with like a 727 OPS in September with like 2 home runs and like 11 RBIs.
Yeah.
Like, is that good enough to
carry
win the division? No. And by the way, too, I think a good thing, positive side here, what does Manny love more than like anything in baseball?
The back of his baseball card?
Getting his numbers. He is a stickler in getting the back of his baseball card numbers.
So he'll be motivated by that.
He's going to need a just insane month of September to reach his back of his baseball card. So with
like
that,
nine homers and 22 RBIs or something.
So there's the motivation. I think that might help him in September. We'll see.
So where's he at right now with this whole 30 home run, 100 RBI backup baseball card, which is kind of who he's been? He would need 9 home runs and 21 RBIs in 25 games.
They would win the division if he does that. I think
9 home runs is a massive number in 25 games.
Huge. Like,
I mean,
ridiculous.
Especially for him. I mean, he's never really been that guy.
But can he hit 6 in September?
I mean, how about the points you made the other night on Friday? You're like, yo, look up. Tatis and Machado have the same OPS. Like,
right.
We've ripped Tatis for freaking 90 games.
Yeah.
And they're separated by
8.
14 points.
Okay.
Right now, Tatis went 0 for 4. Tatis, by the way, you're not off the hook. You know what I mean? But he's reached 11 consecutive games before today. Give me a break. He's hit 18 home runs. He's hit 5 since the 28th of May. It's September.
Yeah.
It's insane. Luis Ariz has probably hit 5 home runs since the 28th of May.
Right.
He's hit 6 on the year. I don't know if that's true or not, but you get the point.
Yeah.
I mean, Ramon Laureano hit 7 in August.
I know.
It's just, yeah. I mean, some of this stuff doesn't make sense. I'm being honest. Like some of this stuff that you're asking Ramon Laureano and Ryan O'Hearn to do all the work, and Gavin Sheets. That's crazy. That's insane.
I know.
And then this starting pitching that like went from like, oh, the Padres starting pitching is a strength, and then it's like Nestor Cortez. I mean, and Michael King, 2 innings since the middle of May. I mean, it's just a lot of hoping in September.
You know, I just want to look here real quick just to double check. So, all right. They swept the Giants in the middle of August, and that's when they were 14 in a 14-3 stretch, right?
Yeah.
And they did that previously in the season, early on. And I remember talking about it. It's like, okay, this team has had a 14-3 stretch before, but what did they do after the 14-3 stretch?
Right.
They went 3-8 in their next 11. If I'm looking right here, they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They went 7-9 after their 14-3 stretch.
That's right. You have that right.
So, I mean, I thought that stretch was going to continue, but they got swept at Dodger Stadium. They lost the first game against the Giants. They lost 2 or 3 against Seattle, lost 2 or 3 against the Twins. Like, ugh.
Yeah, like again, I'm banking on everything changes with them being at home. Is that a fair thing to say? They're 43 and 22 at home. That I mean, again, I don't have a reason to suggest that the team all of a sudden is better. But like, for example, the Twins have the same record as the Orioles. So we just all of a sudden expect the Orioles to roll over and get swept. The only reason I expect that is because the Padres are at home. If this series is in Baltimore, I'd be so concerned.
Yeah, dude.
Playing.
I know. They went 9-4 at home in August.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can do that to close.
Yeah, what's that win percentage right there?
Like 700. That's 11-5 in these 16 games.
Okay. Go 11-5 at home. I think that's what we said. That's 11-5. And
what would that be on the road then? There's 9 other games. So then you're going 5-4 on the road. You're 16-9. I don't think that wins the division.
Yeah.
That means the Dodgers can win the division by going 14-11. I don't think that's that much work.
Right.
But,
I still can get to the 4 seed.
Yeah, that's where you're kind of teetering. Like you got to go 16-9 or better.
The Cubs schedule in September. I haven't even looked.
It's got to be a lot harder than both the Dodgers and the Padres. Someone's got to be playing a real schedule.
All right. Here's what the Cubs are doing in September. So they have 3 against Atlanta starting tomorrow at home. And they have 3 against Washington on the at home on the weekend. And they travel to Atlanta for 3. They come home, they play Tampa Bay for 3. Then they have a 7-game road trip through Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
It's not that hard.
And they finish up their season against the Mets and the Cardinals at home.
It's really not that. It's kind of manageable, isn't it?
What did they do in August, by the way? They went 1, 2. They went 15 and 13 in August.
Yeah. So the Padres actually outplayed them.
Yeah.
Gained a couple of games.
But you're going to have to outplay them by 2 games in September.
Yeah. I'm going to get to Jeff West in a moment. Someone said, like, hey, the division, and listen, I'm like arguing with myself. Someone's like, the division doesn't matter because look at teams that have had the bye week, how they've played. But 2 of the 3 teams to win the World Series since this format had the bye week. Houston 3 years ago and the Dodgers 1 year ago. They both had the bye. Now, Texas Rangers won a World Series without it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more teams that have won a World Series with the bye than have won a World Series without a bye. So like 2 out of 3 is a good amount of teams winning a World Series with the bye. 2 out of 3.
Right.
Again, small sample. But like you can't pretend like that's inconsequential when 2 teams have won a World Series with a bye. Jeff, appreciate you, man. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the membership. Loyal viewer, supporter, graphic designer. Since just got home from Minnesota, aside from 1 inning, embarrassing baseball this weekend. I still believe in the team, though. Finish line in sight, lock in. Yeah, I think that's probably the right way to look at it. Like, shitty weekend. They're capable of playing better than that. They squandered an opportunity to win a series against a bad team. But does it mean that their season's on life support or they can't rebound from it? No. It's like both things are true. They play like shit for a week on the road against the Mariners and the Twins. And now they got to go play well for, 3.5 weeks or 4 weeks at home.
Yeah, they're going to have to play just good baseball. And, for August, it was an up and down. I mean, started out hot and you're like, okay, this is what this team is. And then they just felt like they lost their identity and there's like, what's going on? And all these questions about the lineup and guys not performing and Schilt, like getting bitchy with the media over questions about the roster and the lineup. And you're just like, what the fuck? I mean, so yeah, they started out hot and then that sweep at Dodger Stadium really hurt them.
It's huge moment in their year.
I mean, and the amount of swings that have gone on the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
It's a 4-game swing this week. It was a 2-game swing the week before. All you had to do is win 1 game at Dodger Stadium and then finish off the sweep at home. Right?
Yeah, then where would they be?
Well, there's 2 games against the Dodgers right there.
Isn't that a 4-game swing then?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
mean.
Be
2 up.
Yeah, they'd be 2 up. I mean, this is like and that was your opportunity against them directly. And
100%.
You shit the bed.
100%. It's a good point. Let's get back to this. Also, Walker Buehler signed. We can discuss that for a moment as well. Guys, make sure to use the promo code Padres at a Lucky Box mystery box machine. Use the promo code Padres, all lowercase, Padres, the word Padres. I think most people know how to spell it. Use it at a Lucky Box mystery box machine, and you can walk away with either a mystery sports card or a mystery Pokemon card or a mystery autographed jersey. You're getting $5 off, by the way, with the promo code. We were in Vegas in July, and I walked away with a Fernando Tatis Jr. Auto 10 card from Bowman. If you haven't seen that video, check it out on Instagram. Search for John and Jim, but it was a super cool experience. I mean, really, really unique experience. Jim did it for a Pokemon card. I did it for a sports card. I walked away with the Tatis card. You can do the same the next time you're at a Lucky Box machine. These are throughout Las Vegas. They got to have 15 or 20 at this point, maybe more in Las Vegas. They're coming to Southern California. They're in all types of airports around the country, O'Hare, JFK, and elsewhere. You can find all their locations, by the way, down below. Click the link in the description down below or luckyboxvending.com. But the next time you're at a Lucky Box, make sure to use our promo code Padres, all lowercase, get $5 off. You can walk away with Fernando Tatis Jr. autographed cleats or Lionel Messi autographed jerseys, Patrick Mahomes autographed jerseys, whatever it is, you're going to find it inside a Lucky Box vending machine and use that promo code Padres.
Yeah, if you want to also become a Golden Ticket Club exclusive loyalty member, all you got to do is go to their website, luckyboxvending.com, or by scanning the QR code on a machine anywhere in the country. It's free of charge. Just sign up using your email and your phone number. You can get insider perks, early location drops, and exclusive giveaways if you sign up right now. It's free, no cost necessary. Just sign up using your email and phone number at luckyboxvending.com.
Do you believe that not signing Walker Buehler will be costly to the Padres this postseason?
No.
I mean, that's how I feel, because he's not the same pitcher. His career numbers in the postseason are good. I think we mentioned that on Friday, but I mean, he's just been released. He's going to be in a 6-man rotation for the rest of the year with the Phillies, who, of course, had the Zach Wheeler situation just pop up on them in August. Okay, so they could use starting pitching. But who even knows if this guy's going to be active on a postseason roster? He could be. But I'm not overly concerned about it because I feel like the Padres have pitchers that have pitched like Walker Buehler this year. Like you're looking for Walker Buehler 2020, not Walker Buehler 2025. That's the problem. And we talk about this a lot. Like, I think the Padres have mid-starting pitching. So I think if there was true value there, they probably would have considered it, but I don't think it's any type of upgrade. And is Walker Buehler going to shove against you in the postseason? Honestly, I would take my chances facing him, right? Because there's a lot better starting pitching in baseball than Walker Buehler. So I don't think it comes back to bite him, but we are talking about the San Diego Padres, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't think it comes back to bite them either. I saw that. I was like, okay. I
mean, listen, this is a fair point, but what does it mean in real time? You know what I mean? Like, when
my World Series ring is going to get me through 6 innings. Like,
it doesn't work like that with pitching. It doesn't work like that with hitting. Truthfully, Xander's got 2 rings too.
Right?
You know,
that doesn't help him.
The Padres.
It doesn't help him. He's not going up there and being like, I got my 2 World Series rings. I'm going to have an 850 OPS.
It hasn't happened. You know, it sucks.
Shit.
Like,
I got 2 World Series. It doesn't work anymore.
That's hilarious. It's not as simple as that. I mean, you wish it was. I wish it was as simple.
Musgrove has a ring, and he's on the sidelines with a blown out elbow.
Yeah, it just doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. It's ridiculous. What was I going to say? So we don't know on did we hear anything on Merrill or King this weekend in terms of sim games or baseball activities?
Well, I mean, Kevin told us last week that he expected him by like the Orioles series. I know that Jackson Merrill was taking BP in Arizona.
Right. And didn't King throw in Fort Wayne?
Yeah, he threw a sim game in Fort Wayne, and then we'll see what happens next with him. I don't know. But Merrill was taking swings and he wasn't even running. So
that was what, Friday maybe?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, and by the way, the Tatis thing, like, hope he's okay. Right?
It's huge. I mean, obviously that's massive.
Yeah, hope he's okay.
I mean, yeah, how would we know? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a good point. I mean, that's the last thing. I made this point last week when Bogarts got hurt. Like, okay, you've overcome all this stuff. King's thrown 2 innings for you in forever. And, I mean, you can overcome things, right? You know, Merrill's been up and down this year. He's missed a lot of time. But, like, at some point, doesn't it, like, become too much? Like, if you put another player on an IL, if you lost another starter, like, you're on this, like, very fine line where you have to stay healthy, but you can't guarantee that. So, and it feels like you got to get healthier over the final month of the season. That's always been, that's what you hear from Dodger fans, right? We're getting healthier as the season comes to an end. That's what's going to lead us to the postseason or the World Series or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. It's possible if you actually get healthy at the right time. I'm just concerned that the Padres are not going to be fully healthy when it matters. Like, is Xander going to be back? Does it even matter? But is Xander going to be back? Is King going to be pitching like King? Is Merrill going to look like Jackson Merrill of 2024? Right. Like, is Manny going to look like Manny? Forget about injury. Is Toddy going to? I mean, there's all these question marks. Maybe most teams have question marks. Dodgers aren't playing well. It's true. So it's just this whole like, hey, we're going to get healthy at the right time. I mean, are they? How can anyone say that?
Yeah, I mean, the Xander injury, because now you got Jose Iglesias out there, and guess what he did this weekend? He had as many hits as me and John.
That's insane.
Like,
and we knew they'd play him. We knew they'd play him every day.
He's clutch. I mean, you're gaining something defensively from him.
He's clutch.
Like, shut the fuck up.
He's their most clutch hitter. Which is impossible, by the way. It's not true. He's not.
Like, we're fine with it. We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. JD's third thanks to me. He says Bueller had an ERA close to 7 into the postseason last year. He has experience and the it factor. It can't be taken lightly. Boston pays 100%. Boston pays 100%?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if Boston pays 100%. I'm just looking at Bueller last year in the postseason, shoved against the Yankees fair. Also allowed 6 runs in his 1 outing against the Padres.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, okay. Right. I'm just telling you that he allowed 6 runs against the Padres last year in 1 outing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that's the thing with sports. We'll see. Let's get back to this in a moment. I do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. Maybe you want to get out to Petco Park coming up this week, including on Labor Day with the day start time, 3:40 for the holiday. You can do it with our friends over at SeatGeek. They've got a terrific offer going on for you right now. Just use our promo code, which is PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP. You're going to get $20 off your first order of $50 or more with promo code PADSWRAP. You heard me right. For our viewers, $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more with promo code PADSWRAP. Just click that link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. And we do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. And again, let's see here, for tomorrow, September 1st, Labor Day. I mean, you're getting in for $38. Okay. So maybe you're looking for something to do on a holiday with your family. How about get inside Petco for $38 a ticket with fees? That's 2 tickets for $76. Take $20 off with the promo code. It's $56 for a mid-afternoon start in a pennant race with 25 games to go in the season back at Petco Park in front of what'll be 40 to 45,000 people. So use that promo code. Click the link in the description down below and get to Petco Park or anywhere with our friends at SeatGeek.
Yeah, SeatGeek is MLB's official ticket marketplace. Your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. All you got to do is use our promo code PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP, for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with our promo code PADSWRAP.
That's right. That's right. All right. We do want to thank again our friends over at SeatGeek. What else, Jim?
Well, John.
I'm just looking at some of Kevin's notes heading into today.
What did Schultz say post-game? Because I didn't listen.
I have quotes. I didn't hear it.
Can you read Mike Schultz post-game quotes like Mike Schultz?
No, that's your strength, isn't it? I don't even know how Mike Schultz talks, dude. Tell me how Mike. Give me the impersonation.
I can't do Mike Schultz.
Like, you can do everyone.
I don't even know. I have his like wet mouth down.
I'll try to do that. I can do that. I don't know how he talks, dude. You know me. I don't impersonate anyone. Here's the quote. You want me to put the quotes up?
No, just read them.
It wasn't good. Padres manager Mike Schultz said, I mean, I'm disappointed. Wow. I don't know how else to say it. Got down and just couldn't scratch back.
That's actually a first.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay. Good job, Schultz. Way to be truthful for once.
Okay, hold on. Then there's this. This is from Manny. Listen to this quote. You're going to love this quote from Manny. We're in a perfect spot right now.
Okay.
He follows up by saying, I think we're in a good spot as a team where the standings are. With that being said, we had a tough 2 or 3 week stretch. We kind of just got over the hump. We got to get back to it and play some good baseball. Is he saying they've gotten over the hump? His quotes never make sense to me.
Yeah, the two people that really most of the time you don't want to listen to post games are Manny and Schilt, the two leaders of the team.
100%. 100%. Machado said his fastball was good today. He
Who?
was pounding the zone, pitching fastballs right by us. We couldn't hit it the other way. We had some opportunities to score early. We had runners in scoring position. We didn't. He just blew fastballs by us. We just couldn't get to it. That's good. It's a good indicator. Let's see here. That was the only quote I have from your boy. What's the manager's name? Mike Schilt. I can't watch. I can't sit there and watch after the game because I know he's going to like dig in deeper and be like, "This is the best team we've ever had," and let me tell you why. Like
he'll be like,
just lost the series of the Twins.
He'll be like, that wasn't good. Like he'll start to go down a path where he's like might be kind of criticizing his team, and then he has this like light bulb go off in his head. Like, no, I have to be positive. I have to say something positive. I have to say something positive. Alec Jacob was great today. Oh my gosh. Something like that.
Right. 100%. 100%. Like, can we take a moment to recognize Alec Jacob? Like, do we have to?
That's a good one. Like, I don't want to, Mike. I want you to shut up and I want you to move on and I want you to be better.
Dude, it's so true. It's so true. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to make this assumption, which is always a bad thing to do, that the Padres are going to get right at home. 10 of their next 13 at home. 10 of their next 13 at home. All Baltimore, right. Cincinnati, and Colorado. And I'm just going to trust in that. And if it doesn't happen, then I'm sure me and Jim will probably at some point we'll lose our minds. I mean, there'll be one of those shows. Like if they lose the first two games of a series to the Orioles, something like that. I mean, but it hasn't happened. I mean, I did say Friday, I said, listen, if they lose the series, the Twins is different than if they win it. Well, they just lost the series. Exactly. And we weren't exactly complimentary.
Right. Like it wasn't like the series that they just played. There's really no positives from it. I mean, they scored 12 runs the other night. That's great. But like I said, you started the game out with a walk, sack, bunt. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why are you sack bunting against the freaking Twins in the top of the first inning?
Second batter of the game after the pitcher just walked Tatis. He's all over the place, and you lay down a sack bunt in the first pitch you see.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is obviously you don't score. You're facing a guy with a 5 ERA. You have Nick Pivetta on the mound. Okay, I get it. You're saying, oh, Pivetta's going to shove. We get him a run. We're not going to lose. It doesn't work like that. You're not going to shut out every opponent. Like you should not be playing for a run at the expense of an out at the top of the first inning against a shit team.
I'll tell you this. In the postseason, if you're consistently playing for just one run, you're going to lose.
You'll probably lose. Are you going to shut everyone out? Let's be honest, guys. They're going to win series by shutting everyone out.
Because here's the thing in the postseason, unless it's like a tie game and you're at home in like the ninth inning or whatever, like you can't be looking for just one run and giving up outs to do that. Outs are the most precious thing. It's like gold in the postseason. And when you give up outs in the postseason, that potentially could come back and haunt you. We just got a major super chat here from Sunriser.
I know. Let me pull it up. Sunriser, this is very generous. Can we get some clap emojis? Can we get some clap emojis for Sunriser? This is very generous, especially after this weekend with the way the Padres played with it being a holiday weekend. It says, just joined in Padres I Trust. The Padre won in Del Mar today, and this pays for this super chat. Oh, nice. Look at you.
Big winner, dude. Let's go.
I'm pulling it up right now. Because I know it was a big day at Del Mar today. So literally the Padre won.
Love it. Let's go.
Yeah. Dude, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Sunriser. Appreciate it. Good vibes to start off September. Good vibes to start September.
Yeah, we're gonna need that. Honestly, that might be the difference between winning and losing. To be honest,
it's all because of you, Sunriser.
Dude, that's very kind, man. Seriously, we appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Hopefully, that's the good vibes that we've been looking for. Seriously, appreciate you, man. Very cool. Okay, do want to remind our viewers about our friends over at Underdog fantasy. While I do that, please put some clap emojis in the chat again for Sunriser. You guys know the gist, okay? It couldn't be simpler or easier to win over at Underdog. And they've got a brand new offer going on for you right now. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds with our promo code PADSWRAP. You heard me right. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. They've got a pick 'em going on for Saquon Barkley on Thursday. I think it's higher or lower than a half total yard for Saquon Barkley if you use our promo code. They've got a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 if you use our promo code. And again, they've got that Barkley Pick'em that is going to be absolutely free, essentially. They're giving you a Pick'em win. So what does that mean? All you need to do is get one other thing correct. So again, you can play across all sports, but let's use, Thursday Night Football, for example, and then let's go to the Padres for tomorrow, let's say. So Padres, Orioles. Let's see here. Where are the Padres? It's all Orioles. Well, whatever. We can take lower on a couple of Orioles, like all of them. If that happens, your $10 wager pays $372. If you flex it, you don't even have to get them all right, and you can still win. So use that promo code, get $50 in bonus funds. If you play $5, get the 50% deposit match up to $1,000. The free Saquon Barkley gimme pick for Thursday night to kick off the 2025 NFL season. Do it at Underdog by clicking the link in the description down below and using our promo code PODSRAP.
Yep. And scan the QR code above my head here. Once you scan it, we'll take you to the App Store, download the Underdog Fantasy app, and use our promo code PODSRAP to sign up and start playing today.
All right. We got the good vibes from Sunriser. So let's do it again tomorrow night. We'll see if the Padres can get this Orioles series off on a good foot. I mean, it is a pennant race, and the postseason is less than a month away, and the Padres are in good position. We'll see if they can, improve their positioning over the course of the next couple of days against the Baltimore Orioles at home. Please subscribe to this channel. All right. We're going to be with you here down the stretch run and into the postseason. So please subscribe to this channel. We're with you in the offseason as well. So please subscribe if you're a Padres fan, if you're a baseball fan.
Looking to get to 10K before the start of the postseason.
It ain't going to be easy based on the way the Padres are playing. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I think we're 40 away from 9,600. So help us get to 9,600.
42 away.
To this channel. Yeah. So please subscribe. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the super thanks if you are here on replay. Support our partners, Mark Nimitz and Farmers Insurance, our friends at Hamul Casino and Lucky Box, our friends at SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy as well. We will see you tomorrow night for a wrap-up show, Orioles-Padres, game one of a three-game series. We'll see if the Padres can get right against the lowly Orioles this week at Petco Park. For Jim, I'm John. This has been the wrap-up show. Thanks, guys.
Peace.